Welcome everyone. In today's video, we will discuss about AWS Virtual Private Cloud VPC interview questions and answers for the experienced. Few people have requested me for preparing a video based on the interview questions and answers for the experienced candidate, so that the students can attend the interview for experienced positions. Here I have prepared few questions for experienced candidates, and also I have included the real-time scenarios which will be very helpful for your interviews. Okay, let's move on to the first question. A user has created a VPC with CIDR 20.0.0.0/16. The user has created one subnet with CIDR 20.0.0.0/16 in this VPC. The user is trying to create another subnet with the same VPC for CIDR 20.0.0.0.1/24. What will happen in this scenario? Okay, we are creating subnets with the same the same VPC for CIDR numbers which has been mentioned here. This will throw a CIDR overlaps error. Question 2. A user has created a VPC with two subnets, one public and one private. The user is planning to run the patch update for the instances in the private subnet. How can the instances in the private subnet connect to the internet? The instances in the private subnet can be connected to the internet using the elastic IP. We can purchase the elastic IP and associated here. Question 3. You are attempting to connect to an instance in Amazon VPC without success. You have already verified that the VPC has an internet gateway and the instance has an associated elastic IP and correct security group rules are in place. Which VPC component should you evaluate next? Okay, so you have some error in setting up the VPC, and also you have verified the internet gateway, elastic IP and security groups. The next step we have to evaluate is we have to check for the configuration of the routing table. Question 4. How will you launch Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, that is EC2 instances, and assign each instance a predetermined private IP address? How we can set or assign a predetermined private IP address for our EC2 instance? So in this case, we have to launch the EC2 instances in the Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. Question 5. This is more into the real-time scenarios. You need to design a VPC for a web application consisting of an elastic load balancer, a fleet of web application servers, and an RDS database. The entire infrastructure must be distributed over two availability zones. Which VPC configuration works while assuring the database is not available from the internet? In this case, we have to create two public subnets for ELB, two private subnets for web servers, and two private subnets for RDS. Question 6. An enterprise customer is starting on their migration to the cloud. Their main reason for migrating is agility. They want to make their internal Microsoft Active Directory available on many applications running on AWS. This is so internal users for only have to remember one set of credentials, and as a central point of user take control for the levers and joiners. How could they make their actions the directory secure and highly available with minimal on-premises infrastructure changes in the most cost and time efficient way? In this case, we have to set a VPC. So by using a VPC, they could create an extension to their data center, and to make use of resilient hardware IPsec on tunnels. They could have then have two domains considered to control instances that are joined to the existing domain and reside within the different subnets in the different availability zones. Now, question 7. When attached to an Amazon VPC, which two components provide connectivity with external networks? The two components which provide connectivity with the external networks are Internet Gateway and Virtual Private Gateway. Question 8. This is related to the MySQL database server. We have a custom VPC configured and MySQL database server which is in private subnet, and we need to update the MySQL database server. What are the options to do? By using NAT gateway in the VPC or launch a NAT EC2 instance, configure or attach the NAT gateway in public subnet, which has already the root table attached to it, and attach it to the root table which is already attached to the private subnet. Question 9. What is CIDR routing in VPC? Excuse me. CIDR is classless interdomain routing. It's a set of internet protocol standards that are used to allocate IP addresses for networks and individual devices. With CIDR, a single IP address can be used to pick many unique IP addresses. A CIDR IP looks like a normal IP address, except there is a slash followed by a number in CIDR. This part is called the IP network prefix. In VPC, the CIDR block size can be from 16 to /28. In case of IP version 4, when you are creating a VPC, you actually have to specify a range of IP addresses in the form of CIDR, just like 10.0.0.0/16. This CIDR is the primary CIDR block of your VPC. Question 10. Your organization has decided to have all their workload on the public cloud. But due to certain security concerns, your organization decides to distribute some workload on private servers. You are asked to suggest a cloud architecture for your organization. What will be your suggestion? Here we can set VPC, and also it is a hybrid cloud. The hybrid cloud architecture is where an organization can use public cloud for shared resources and private cloud for confidential workloads. This is a hybrid cloud technology we can use. Question 11. You accidentally stopped an EC2 instance in a VPC with an associated elastic IP address. If you start the instance again, what will be the result? All the data on the instance will be lost. And elastic IP is dissociated from the instance only if the instance is terminated. So if we terminate the instance, the elastic IP will be dissociated. You have created a VPC with private and public subnets. In what kind of subnet would you launch the database servers? Database servers should be ideally launched in private subnets. Private subnets are ideal for backend services and databases for all applications, since they are not meant to accessed by the users of the applications, and private subnets are not routable from the internet. Question 11. How will you monitor the network traffic in VPC? There is a feature called VPC flow logs. We can use that VPC flow logs to monitor the network traffic in VPC. How many VPCs per account or per region and subnets per VPC can you have? You can have 5 VPCs per account or region, and also you can create 200 subnets per VPC. How many elastic IPs is allowed you to create by AWS? 5 VPC elastic IP addresses are allowed for each AWS account. VPC is not resolving the server through DNS. What might be the issue? How can you fix it? To fix this problem, you need to enable the DNS hostname resolution so that the problem resolves itself. Question 15, the last question. A company has an AWS account that contains 3 VPCs, development, test and DEV, test and prod in the same region. Test is paired to both prod and dev. All VPCs have non-overlapping CIDR blocks. The company wants to push minor codes releases from dev to prod to speed up time to the market. Which of the following options helps the company to accomplish this? Answer is, you have to create a new pairing between dev and prod with appropriate routes. That comes the end of the interview questions and answer. If you have any doubts, you can message me through the comments. And also, please go through this videos. Please go through all my videos, and also do subscribe my channel for so that you will be updated with more videos. And all the best for interviews. Have a great day. Bye. Take care.